think this might be the most awesome investment opportunity I have ever seen in my life by many, many factors. And I've been blessed to see like 4 monster waves. Dude, if it can go to 1 million, it can go to 10 billion. When finite is finite, which means the price could go infinite, and it should go infinite.
Gary Cardone, the CEO of Cardone Capital, is optimistic about Bitcoin's financial potential over the next 10 years. He believes that perceived scarcity is not as finite as people think, and the value could increase significantly, potentially even infinitely. To illustrate his point, he references the high value that people place on luxury items such as cars and watches. He also mentions being involved in a project with Bitwise, which he finds impressive and staggering based on the data he's seen. While Bitcoin has a capped supply of 21 million coins, Cardone argues that the perceived scarcity isn't as finite as people think. He points to the possibility of fractions of Bitcoin being used for transactions, potentially expanding its usability and driving up demand. Cardone emphasizes Bitcoin's potential to provide financial freedom and autonomy to individuals who invest in it. By participating in a decentralized financial system, individuals can bypass traditional financial institutions and gain more control over their wealth. Here's Gary Cardone as he shares how bullish he is for Bitcoin. Please take some time to like this video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Thanks and enjoy.
This is why I think everything ends up being sucked into Bitcoin, because finite, there isn't any other finite. No oil, no gas, no natural gas, no gasoline, no diesel, no nuclear weapons, land, concrete, everything can be built infinitely if you have enough money and energy, and that cannot happen in Bitcoin. And that changes everything. These power models that everybody's talking about, I got it. You went to Stanford and Harvard, ain't never modeled this. Never. There is not a model for this. So power to the law of 6 billion, I think, is more to the 21 million is going to be. That's what's got me so interested, because my first background was in the most important commodities on the planet outside of food, which is oil and natural gas and electricity. And anytime the price goes over $100, man, oil just floods the market. Natural gas goes to $3, natural gas floods the market. We're going to see what finite really looks like, and it's going to show up in the value that's placed on just that one characteristic of Bitcoin, which I maintain it has 13 characteristics that are really, really important to me. But the finite characteristic of a Bitcoin is by far, if that were the only reason for me to invest in Bitcoin, it would be far enough. NVIDIA is a $2.3 trillion market cap company. I don't know what its earnings are going to report tonight. It's been in the making for 25 years. It makes machines. It is most definitely not a finite resource. Bitcoin, its time has come to be on the world stage. I don't know any other 15-year-olds that have been invited into every private country club on planet Earth. Bitcoin has a membership forever now into every country club. 994 of the largest companies in the world just dropped 100 million each into these ETFs, and they're the small money. They're the small money coming into this. If you don't jump on this train right now, to me, this is the least risk, lowest price anyone's ever been able to invest in Bitcoin, ever. Even the $30 guys, the $3 guys, the 3-cent guys. Okay, this is the cheapest point, $70,000 with what we know today. And we have war. It's sitting on our doorstep. Gold and silver are performing as if we're going to war. The world is in conflict with everything. All the old constructs, any construct between players on the global chessboard that were agreed to in the last 20 years, they're all being deconstructed. Why? They're failing to live in the world we're moving into. They're literally analog models, like remember the little trains that you used to play with when you and your brother, well, they don't have any of those anymore because they're boring. They got cool things now, like remote control helicopters. And, so look, we're not going to go back to horse and buggy.
Mm-hmm.
we're probably going to move into a world where you and I aren't allowed to drive on a highway because we become the risk factor, right? So we're going to digitize planet Earth. This is the way I got really, really psyched up about Bitcoin. We are digitizing planet Earth, and nothing analog is coming with it. It's not going to even participate. It's like throwing a woman into, a Mike Tyson fight.
Cardone's analogy of Bitcoin as a membership to every country club in the world speaks to its potential for financial inclusivity and borderless transactions. As a decentralized currency, Bitcoin isn't tied to any specific country or government. Theoretically, anyone with an internet connection can participate in the Bitcoin network, regardless of nationality, socioeconomic status, or geographic location. The foundation of Bitcoin's global accessibility is its decentralized nature and reliance on blockchain technology. Unlike traditional financial systems that rely on central authorities like banks and governments, Bitcoin operates on a distributed ledger called the blockchain. This blockchain records every Bitcoin transaction across a vast network of computers, making it transparent, secure, and resistant to censorship.
Let's talk about liquid net worth. My job here is to educate. I have no interest in influencing anyone to do anything. I bitch about how bad my education was, and I think the education around the planet's horrible. So instead of just bitching, I'm like, okay, I'll spend a few hours a week and make my contribution based on what I know. And I'm just sharing my journey with other people of how I'm looking at my own investments. So this is just me talking to me about how I run my money and my kids' money, if they're good, if they behave themselves. But I think about this as an allocation between net worth, what is my total worth, liquid and illiquid, versus liquid net worth. Okay, so I've allocated 88% of all my liquid net worth into Bitcoin.
Wow.
There are businesses and activities that I have that if they were all to liquidate tomorrow morning, and it's large sums of money, if $200 million, for instance, dropped into me tomorrow because I liquidated one of my companies, I would deploy 88 to 90% of that into Bitcoin. Most certainly I would do it like right now, this second, today. I wouldn't even DCA, and I just go blow it in. And the reason for that is that unlike most of the people that are listening to this, they're going to think, hey, this guy's crazy. The truth is, great wealth is not made by diversification. Okay, so if you think diversification is a strategy to get rich, you're wrong. Diversification is a strategy that is deployed once you get rich and you get scared. Okay, I've done this now 5 times. I will repeat it over and over. Find a freaking problem, get really involved in it, and put all your chips on the damn table. And don't take outside money. Like, I've never taken anybody's money from debt or other investors. I just keep investing in my own company, like Node 40. I deployed some of my Bitcoin money into Node 40. So that, because I see Node 40 as an awesome tool to be able to track all this digital things that we're going to do in the future. This cycle is 8 to 12 years of the greatest transfer of power. Power, man. We're talking about not just wealth, power and freedom this planet has ever seen. Ever. Okay, that my 75-year-old sister or your 12-year-old sister can invest in Bitcoin today has never happened before. Okay, there's been never any time when the big old gold mine is found and the slaves get to trolley through it before the big boys show up. Never. Okay, the kings and the queens always get, that's mine, thank you very much, and they give a little penance to the guy that found it or shoot him in the back of the head. Mm-hmm. This is truly a remarkable event. And if you believe that we're digitizing, this shouldn't even be about money. See, quite frankly, the only reason Kathy and other people are going $1 million is that, dude, if it can go to 1 million, it can go to 10 billion. When finite is finite, which means the price could go infinite, and it should go infinite. If there is a locked, I know people that spend 600 grand on an automobile, man. I know rock stars that'll spend $20,000 on some sneakers. Okay. Or $500,000 on a watch. I mean, I got a $3,000 watch here and I probably paid too much for it. $500,000 for a watch. There's 21 million units. When these people figure out, okay, oh my God, first off, there is nothing finite on planet Earth, never has been, except human beings. And what do we do to them? Treat them like shit. Humanity does not have the ability to measure finite. Isn't that crazy, huh?
That is crazy.
So I don't know what the cycle is going to do, but I know I'm going to get bloody rich over the next 10 years and be happy doing it. And that I'm able to front run the biggest money on planet Earth, which, by the way, we haven't even seen come to the table yet, dude. It's not even shown up. I mean, I just went through metrics with Bitwise. It's freaking staggering, man. Like I've been doing this my whole life. I have never seen data like this.
What are your thoughts about Cardone's bullish outlook on Bitcoin? Do you think Bitcoin can offer us financial freedom like he says? Share your thoughts in the comments section. If you found today's video informative and would like more insights and updates on cryptocurrency and global finance, please consider liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and enabling post notifications. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover more about the fascinating developments in the crypto space. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep investing wisely. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.